Hi everybody! In the last couple of videos, I showed you how to make a homemade cheese using rennet, and we also talked about the types of cheeses. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create one delicious recipe with a combination of 3 different cheeses. Let me show you what this cheese looks like. And here it is, the most exciting part. It looks beautiful. I love these little patterns. They remind me of my mom very much. And this cheese is nice and firm. It's very soft, firm, very silky, very smooth. It looks delicious. Looking at this cheese, it's hard not to think about my mother's home-baked bread and the fine prosciutto like that, smoked, as well as the thick slices of tomatoes from our garden. Memories like these are very precious and dear to me, and I wish that all children could have memories of delicious homegrown foods. While using the cheese that we just made would be wonderful in this recipe, I know a lot of you don't have a cheese like this, and I don't want you to think that because you don't have this cheese, you can't create amazing recipes. So for that reason, we are not incorporating our cheese into recipe, but rather we're going with store-bought feta, ricotta, and cottage cheese. For this simple recipe, we're using 3 different cheeses, and there's a very good reason why. We're going to go with ricotta cheese, cottage cheese, and feta cheese. Why 3 different cheeses? Well, every cheese brings a different flavor and different texture. And by blending these 3, we're going to have the perfect taste. We are choosing feta cheese because feta is really rich in flavor. So we're going about 8 ounces of feta cheese. The next is a cottage cheese, and cottage cheese will deliver moisture. Last is ricotta, and ricotta will deliver texture. Blending these 3 together, we're going to have amazing tasting strudel. But that's not it. I'm adding some spinach, and I'm going to go with about 2 cups of chopped, frozen, well-drained spinach. And I will see if we will use 3 eggs or maybe 2. I think we'll go with the 2 eggs, homegrown if you have them. We're going to need a little bit of olive oil and about 1 pound of phyllo dough. Now with the phyllo dough, make sure that you don't open the package until you're ready to roll it. So we have about 1 pound altogether of phyllo dough. Also, depending on your taste, you might choose to go with a little extra salt, which I prefer not to, because all of these cheeses already have a salt in them, especially feta. So let me show you how to assemble this. First, we're going to blend all 3 cheeses together. So next are eggs and spinach. As I mentioned earlier, we're using chopped frozen spinach. And before we add it, make sure that it's really well drained. Next are eggs. We can go with 2 to 3 eggs, and I'm choosing to add 3. I love these colors, white, green, and yellow. They look beautiful. And now it's time to assemble it. As I mentioned earlier, don't open a phyllo dough until you're ready to roll it, because the phyllo dough will dry out so quickly and it will be almost impossible to work with. So to assemble it, we're going to go with 2 sheets at a time. And we're going to put a little bit of oil in between each 2. Second, let's see, it's kind of delicate to work with phyllo dough. So as you see, you won't always have the perfect sheet, but it doesn't matter. Just continue to work with approximately 2 sheets. A little bit of olive oil. Butter would be just as good. And in cases when you have the sheets like these, which look damaged, don't worry. Just do the best you can, because when you work with phyllo dough, this is almost inevitable. And so as long as you have the first sheet that's keeping its shape, the rest that come, they don't always have to be perfect. All right. Here it is. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil, and then we're going to set the cheese only on one side, like this. Don't you love the colors?
Now continue to repeat these steps until you used up all the filo dough and the stuffing. Adding extra stuffing on the top of the rolls is optional, but adding oil is a must.
And these are the finishing touches. We'll just add a little bit more of olive oil on top, and it's ready for baking. We're going to bake it for about 30-35 minutes on 350, and after it's done, it would be advisable to let it cool just for about 10-15 minutes before you serve it. A dish like this is great as a snack. It's also great as a side dish for a dinner with a slice of protein, piece of protein, maybe a little bit of fresh fruit. But in any case, even on its own, it stands out as a delicious meal. And forgive me for saying this, but also very nutritious. You don't need Adia?
Okay, let's get this baby in the oven.
Oh, here it is. That looks amazing. Look how nice and crisp it's in the bottom. And there's a lot of cheese and spinach in the middle.
Making cheese our way is just one of the many ways of how cheese could be made. But I hope that we have shown you one of the simplest ways to do it, and that this will encourage you to give it a try yourself. One of the best things is that we can create so many healthy and delicious recipes with cheese. One of them is adding cheese to your salad. I'm making traditional Serbian salad, to which I will add some of the cheese we made earlier. Nothing brings people together like good food does. And that's why we are here, to encourage you to bring your family back to dining table for a quality family time over a healthy homemade meal. Thank you all so much for watching, and until the next time, please take a moment to find out more about our initiative for healthier American families on www.VLADA'S.com. We look forward to cooking with you again, and until then, please take good care of yourself and those around you.